Hello, we are going to be deep cleaning a bathroom today, so I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So the first thing you want to do is you are going to dust top to bottom to get all the dust from the top down to the bottom. So we are going to start by making sure you get around any wood trim, making sure you get all cobwebs down. You always want to dust the tops of the window, and you need to make sure you dust the window sill, the ledge, and then this little plastic lip right there. So I am going to just dust all around the room to get all the dust down. You want to make sure you dust anything that has an edge. So I'm gonna go around the trim. The doors, you wanna make sure you get these little edges on the doors. Always in a deep clean, need to get the light fixtures, the top of it, the little base. Do not get inside the lights, it will burn your Swiffer. And you want to get the top of the mirror, any of that dust. And then around, make sure there's no cobwebs. And now I'm going to work my way down. You need to make sure you get the baseboards. You always want to get any ledges of a heating vent. You always want to pull things out, especially in a deep clean, to get all the way around. When shelves, there's a lot of things on the shelves, we will not take it off, but you want to make sure you at least get the edges. I'll put this back for now until we do floors. So I want to make sure I'm going back around the room, getting all my baseboards. When a vanity has shelving, you want to make sure you take everything out. And dust it. And then neatly put the towels back. Small details are huge. So you don't want to just throw the towels back. You want to make sure they're folded nice and cute to have a nice clean look. This one doesn't match, so I'm going to put it in the back. And then you want to make sure you just dust the ledges of the vanity. So now I've dusted the whole room. Oh, I forgot the front of the door. The next thing I'm going to do is put the toilet bowl cleaner inside the toilet and let it sit. And then I'm going to use my all-purpose cleaner. I'm using Mrs. Meyer's today. Use whatever all-purpose cleaner you have in your cleaning bag. You want to spray the whole toilet and let it sit. I then will spray the inside of the sink with my all-purpose cleaner, let it sit, and then I'm going to spray the entire shower. And now I'm going to get a clean magic eraser. And I'm going to get in the shower. The only proper way to clean is if you're actually in the shower. Now, none of this grout has any mold, so you do not need to scrub it with your scrub brush. I'll use my magic eraser. And just make sure you get any shampoo, conditioner, soap scum off the walls. You want to go top to bottom. If your magic eraser is not gliding smoothly, it means there's soap scum buildup and you need to put some muscle into it. This shower is new, so there really isn't any soap scum. Now when you have shelves like this, everything needs to come off. And you need to wipe the shelf. Make sure you always get under the shelf as well, because that's where soap scum builds up. Always remember when you take things off the shelf to put it back on the same shelf that you found it. I'm getting underneath it again. You want to rinse your magic eraser as you go along. And I'm going to get this wall. You always want to make sure you get the faucets. You always want to get the top lip of the tub. You want to get around the faucet. A lot of times mold sits under here, so we want to make sure we're getting that off. I'm going to go to my last wall. Scrub the whole wall. Make sure you're getting the edges. Make sure you get the track of the shower doors, if they're shower doors. I'm going to now clean the shower doors. You do the same thing. Make sure you get up top, the inside. I'm going to scrub the whole shower door. Shower doors tend to collect a lot of soap scum, so you want to make sure you're getting every inch of the shower door. I'm going to do the next shower door. Get as much as you can in between the shower doors. Now shower doors look like there's no soap scum, but if you can see on my magic eraser, there's a lot of soap scum. Now before we do the tub, we want to rinse our walls. We'll use their sprayer. If they don't have a sprayer, you want to get a cup to rinse the walls. You want to rinse your shower walls off. You want to rinse your shelving. Get all the soap off. And then you want to rinse your shower doors. And now I'm going to place everything back on the shelves. If you can't remember exactly how it went, that's okay as long as it looks neat. And now I'm going to scrub the tub. You need to make sure you're getting every part of the tub. And remember, if your magic eraser is not gliding on the porcelain tub, it means there's soap scum still and you need to scrub it. A lot of times there's soap scum down at the bottom right here. That's where it mainly sits from the water. So you want to get the corners really good. You want to get around the stopper. You do need to put some elbow grease into it. And make sure you go all the way around the tub. And now we'll get the bottom. And then you want to make sure you get the drain. There will be hair in the drain, so just pull it out. And we'll rinse the whole tub. Shower head back. We're going to let that drain and come back to it because once all the water goes down, we want to make sure we're using a paper towel and wiping out the drain. We're also going to come back to the shower doors with some foam Windex, but we're going to wait for them to dry. Put the hair from the drain. I'm going to empty the trash. And now we're going to do the sink. I'm going to use my same magic eraser from the shower. And you need to scrub the sink out. You already had cleaner in here sitting, so it should come off pretty easy. You want to make sure you get around the drain in there. That's where a lot of pink mold sits. And then you want to do the countertop. You want to make sure you pick everything up and get all the toothpaste and the soap off the counter. You want to make sure you get around the drains and the handles and the faucets really good. We're going to come back around and shine it after, so don't worry. if the soap is bubbling. It's really important that you do those extra detailed things and wipe things off. You also want to make sure you get the top of this. Rinse that out. Make sure there's no hair left in your sink. And then you want to use your Windex, and we're going to Windex the mirror. And wipe it down. You want to make sure you're getting the edges and you're not leaving any paper towel residue. And you always want to stand back and make sure there's no streaks left on your mirror. I still keep using my same paper towel, and I'm using, this Windex has no ammonia, so it's safe for the countertop. So you want to make sure you shine these. This is one of the detailed things that people are looking for. You want to make sure you go around. And then when your paper towel seems to be too wet, you want to get another one. So you always want to make sure your faucets are sparkling. Make sure you get around there. Lift things up. So our Windex is making sure there's no cleaner left on the counter, and it's also giving it a shine. And then when I'm done with that, I am going to go back into my sink, into the drain really well, and get any leftover hair. So your sink should be dry and shiny. And then I'm going to spray a little more Windex on a paper towel and make sure I'm getting the tops of our towel holders to make sure those are shiny. You also want to get the light switches. Make sure there's no fingerprints on those. And then for my vanity, in a deep clean, we need to wipe the fronts of the vanity. It's okay that I already cleaned my sink. I'll make sure to dry it again after. So I'm just taking a microfiber cloth, that is all you need, and I'm going to wipe the front and get any fingerprints or toothpaste, dirt, anything that's on here. And make sure there's nothing left on it. And while I have my rag in my hand, I am now going to wet wipe my baseboards. This is only done in a deep clean. If it's a general clean, you do not wet wipe your baseboards. I get the trim. A lot of times there's nothing up there, so if you don't see any spots, don't worry about it. In a deep clean, you also need to wet wipe your doors. Make sure there's no fingerprints, no debris. You want to wipe it from top to bottom. make sure you hit the handle. And now we're going to do the back. The main areas of a door that are going to have the prints is going to be right around here. So you really want to focus on that area. And then I'm going to do the back side of the trim. And I'm going to continue the rest of the room with my baseboards. I'm going to pull this back out so I can get the baseboards back here. And I'll put that back. And then the last trim you do on a deep clean is going to be around your windows. If you're not doing a deep clean, you do not wet wipe. You just dust. So that is it for my wet wiping. We do wash the inside of the windows. You do not want to tip the windows in unless it's on your notes that they can be tipped in. And we only do that in the warm weather. When you're doing windows, you want to make sure you're really wiping the corners. Making sure there's no Windex left and there's no paper towel debris. So your window is all set. The next thing we're going to do is clean the toilet. So I have already sprayed my toilet. I'm going to spray it one more time. You're going to first wipe it with the cleaner on it to get any dust or hair or anything that is on the toilet. The toilets need to be wiped top to bottom. Every part of the toilet needs to get wiped. So I'm getting the whole part of the top of the toilet. You want to make sure you get the inside of the cover. You want to make sure you're getting every kind of little nook and cranny where hair or dust are going to build up. You want to lift it up and do the back of the toilet seat. I don't normally wear gloves. Feel free to wear gloves. And you also want to make sure you're getting the entire bottom of the toilet. All this area around here. I also hand wash this area. So right now I'm just getting the big stuff up and I'll come back around. So I'm just going to the other side, making sure to get the base and around the base. You want to make sure you get behind the toilet as well. And I'm going to get my toilet brush and clean the inside of the toilet. So you want to make sure you are scrubbing every part of the toilet. You want to make sure you're getting under the lip all the way down to the center. I'm using my own toilet brush because it's mine. But otherwise we would use the homeowner's toilet brush. And then you want to flush it. We're still not done with the toilet. When you're done, you want to Windex the entire toilet to make sure there's no cleaning residue left on the toilet. I'm also spraying the floor around the toilet so I can hand wash that. So again, we're gonna wipe the whole toilet. I'm making sure there's no hair as much as possible. I think this area. If you notice, I keep turning my paper towel to a clean spot, so I'm not carrying what I wiped onto a clean spot. Once I have no more space left on my paper towel, that's when I'll get a new one. Make sure you're getting the whole base. And then I'm gonna make sure my floor is clean around it. Hair and dirt like to collect under there, so you want to make sure you're wiping that good. And then I put back what I found. If I see a lot of dust on stuff, I just wipe it quick, put it back, put that back. Let our shower doors kind of air dry on their own. So this is when we're going to use our spray foam for the shower doors. I'm going to climb back inside the shower, because remember, we're drying the drain anyways. I'm going to use my spray foam. You don't want to leave wet water sitting after you're finished cleaning, because it's going to leave water marks on your shower doors and they're going to look dirty. So I want to make sure it's dried really good. And then I'll move on to the next. You can throw your paper towels down until you're done. The spray foam has no ammonia in it. You want to make sure you're never using regular Windex with ammonia on shower doors. A lot of times when they're installed, they have something on them that the ammonia would eat away. Okay, now I'm going to hop out. I'm going to make sure to get my footprints, if any. going to dry the drain. Make sure there's no leftover hair or dirt particles. So it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the outside of the showers. You want to make sure when you're doing this, you don't see any streak marks on the other side. You want to make sure you hit this part. And you always want to make sure you're getting the lip of the tub. There's always going to be dirt and dust buildup. I'm wiping right here too if you see any spots. Make sure it's dry. Okay, and your shower is complete. I'm gonna pick up my tray. The floors will need to be vacuumed and mopped. So you want to always pick up any area rugs gently. Very gently shake them out so you don't get anything on your clean bathroom. Kind of roll them up. Never place them on your clean toilet. Just put them outside. And now you're ready for floors. You will vacuum the entire floor. Make sure to move anything to get in back there. And you'll vacuum and mop. Then you will put your rug back. And your shower and your bathroom is complete.